Hey, Coach, quick injury questions to start off. Will anybody be ruled out or questionable for this week?
Yeah, Nate Harrison is questionable, just with an illness. He's not tested positive for COVID, but he's been sick. And Shelby Harris, much the same way. And then out will be Surtain and Darby.
Do you expect Kenny Young to be back in the lineup this week?
Probably not, but it's a possibility, but I would say no at this moment.
Okay. And then a non-injury question. Justin Simmons was talking last week about how no two rosters are exactly the same. You never have quite the same team 2 years in a row. What will you kind of take away about this year's group as you look back at the year?
Just a great group of guys. We had a really good team in that the team got along great, pulled in the same direction. I thoroughly enjoyed being around them. Bunch of good competitors and fighters, and it was a good team in the intangible way of that.
Jeff? Leggy, you're muted. So while that gets figured out, we will go to Troy.
Coach, Justin Simmons today was voted MVP by the media that covers the team. Your thoughts on his season now? I know there's one game left, but in some ways it's a full season at 16 games compared to history. What stuck out about Justin's season, and what is it that makes him such a valuable player to this team and franchise?
Yeah, that's a great selection. Justin's, one of our best players. Obviously, I think he's one of the best safeties in the league. I think he was snubbed to not be selected to the Pro Bowl. He's steady Eddie. He makes big plays for us. He quarterbacks our secondary. He just does a lot of things that don't show up in the box score that really help us perform on defense. And he's a great guy to have on your team. He's there every day. Just can't say enough good things about Justin.
All right, Leggy, let's try this again.
Yeah, it's on me. Operator error. Vic, I didn't hear earlier. Do you have an update on your kickers and your status of your kickers?
Yeah, it's the same. We anticipate them being able to kick on Saturday.
Do you think they're going to be cleared of the protocols, or?
Yeah, that's what we think. Yes.
Okay. Do you have a contingency if for some reason they're not?
Yeah, George and Mooj are working on that. Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, in an effort to get to everyone, please limit to one question per turn. We'll go Mike Kliss, then George Stoya. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Coach, just Surtain's injury. Is it something that would be a couple weeks if it was during the season? What exactly happened there?
Yeah, he's got unusually 2 calf injuries. Obviously one in each leg. One is worse than the other. And yeah, at any point in the season, he probably would miss 2 to 3 games.
George?
Hey, Vic, I know we've asked you quite a bit about your future the last couple of weeks, and you said you don't worry about those things, but as the games gets closer, have you given any thought or reflection even about this possibly being your last game here?
No, I really haven't. It's been a short week, obviously with the game being moved, so everything's squished up. I haven't given any thought. I'm trying to do anything and everything I can to help this team play good on Sunday and to get us a win. And all that other stuff will get here in due time.
Brandon, then Ryan.
Vic, kind of to follow up, obviously, you know how you approach a week, and Pat said that he just worries about where his feet are on the ground. But in general, when you have players that, it's human nature that maybe looking over their shoulder or looking ahead, how do you keep them focused going into a game like this?
Well, football does that because football at its core is a fight. And once you get on the field, it's a fight, and nobody wants to back down from a fight. And so we're going to go out there and fight. And if you go out there with not the right mindset, it's not going to be good.
Ryan?
Hey, Vic, on Surtain, you saw him for 16 games, nearly 100 practices. What surprised you about the way he played this year, if anything, and how bright is that future?
I really wouldn't say I was surprised much, Ryan, because I had high expectations and he fulfilled all my expectations. And I think he's going to be one of the top shelf corners in this league for a long time.
Thanks.
Andrew, then Zach.
Hey, Vic, Justin Simmons, of course, also, or pardon me, Teddy Bridgewater won the Good Guy Award that was given out today. We've obviously kind of seen him publicly, but kind of behind the scenes, what are some things that Bridgewater did privately that kind of underscored why he was deserving of this award?
Well, Teddy's a good person, first and foremost. He's a highly intelligent person, both on and off the football field. He has a great perspective of everything, both football-wise and not. And he's a very caring person, and he'll do anything for anybody that he can, and especially for anybody on this team or for the team as a whole. And I'm not surprised he got that award from you guys. He's just a great guy and a great person.
Coach, with Teddy Bridgewater on the field, now that his season's officially over, how would you rate his season this year?
Well, I think he had some really good games for us. He had a very positive effect on our team, obviously, particularly on the offense, but for the team as a whole, with his leadership capabilities, just his confidence, his everyday demeanor. I think it really helped our offense grow. We won 7 games with him in there as the starter. And I just think Teddy's an NFL starting quarterback that has great intangibles and great qualities that you can't coach.
Kyle Newman, last question.
Hey, Vic. So we've asked you about Draymond quite a bit this year. How would you just size up his progression this year, and what is his capabilities going forward with, everything he took on this year?
Yeah, I think Draymond had a good season. He really had a good set of games there in the middle towards the end. And then when he missed the game with his foot injury, he hadn't been quite the same since, but hopefully he's healthier this week and we'll get back to the way he was playing. But Draymond's a good defensive lineman in this league. He can play in anybody's system. He's a tough guy, plays hard, and we love having him.
So has he kind of battled through that foot injury then, or?
Yeah, he's had to battle through it. He missed one game, came back the next. He still was favoring it a little bit, but I see him getting better and better every day.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate you taking the time.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Vic.